Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Toonkind at 12 frames per second. I am Authenticity. Today I will be playing The Dead God. I'm joined by my wonderful, fantastic, amazing, spectacular, and laudable friend.
Hey, you can't murder me like this.
Phew, revenge.
Should have expected this. Hi, I'm Comet, and I'll be playing Marigold.
Delightful child.
Holds this child and starts shaking. There's not a brain cell in this baby.
Shake her like a piggy bank, like, nope, nothing in here. Gosh. Well, what's Marigold up to on this fine afternoon? Actually, relative to perennial questions, when I will let you decide when this is.
Ooh. It would be wild if it was the same time.
Like the same time?
No, I feel like that's a bit mean.
God. Grove and TFC walk down one street as the Dead God and Marigold walk up another.
Yeah, no. Do you want to? Maybe a day?
Yeah, they'd probably take a second to hope that TFC changed their mind, or was psych. Like it's sort of like hoping against hope that they don't have to have this conversation.
Please say psych right now.
You can't be serious. It's in the name. Anyways. But yeah, what is on this fine, say mid-morning, what's Marigold doing?
Well, if it's a clear day, she'd probably go out to get some sunlight. And by that, she just stands outside with her mouth open for a couple minutes.
God, I love this wonderful eldritch cryptid.
Yeah.
Cryptid child.
Yep, you thought she only eats nut mud? No, she eats sunlight.
God. Alright. Marigold, would you...
But she is, like, looking kind of bored. Like, she's just, like, has her arms crossed as just looking at the sun.
God. Don't do this at home, folks. Don't look at the sun.
Don't look at the sun. But her plus do need it, so...
Yeah, if that was what's going to take her down, then, like... Yeah. But yeah, they, Marigold, roll me a perception.
Sure. Plus 2... 3. That's a nat 1, folks!
A nat 1.
A nat 1!
I think we have this wide shot of Marigold standing in the sunlight with her mouth open. Eat the sun.
Eat the sun.
And, an off-color TOC, like sort of a dustier black, and instead of little grandma shades, there's there's like little sunglasses.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Credit to Pedals for the funniest joke in the history of ever. And they just sort of hop up on like the garden fence and stay there. She doesn't appear to be noticing them. And they like flop down and like sit in the middle of the yard, sort of in between where they were and where she is. Still noticing them.
No.
They like waddle off so that they're directly in front of her, except she's got like her head back.
Yeah.
Still not noticing.
She probably just has her eyes closed because, like, oh, she's so bored. But this is like your equivalent. You gotta like eat your veggies. I don't want it, but I have to.
Poor dear. Like, I think it's probably not until, like, they are basically, like, right next to her, like, that, they reach out a wing and, like, poke at one of her front legs. Also,
Too
one
bad you
second.
can't feel things.
She's, oh no, oh Marigold. Hang on one sec. Okay, the dead god just like takes a sec and buries their head in their wings, their borrowed wings, just like the chicken has the weirdest family. And they call, "Are you not Marigold?"
She probably like jumps at that. And it's like you just clap their mouth shut.
Yeah, Marigold, there is TOC question mark staring up at you.
Just looks around like confused and looks back at you. She's like got her like her hands on her mouth. It's like you talk hi hello.
Not quite, young one, but we are overdue for a talk, I think. Do you have a moment?
It's not. Yes. Did TOC explain that a dead god at some point? I feel like there was a.
They mentioned them briefly in Franz and Family, I think.
Yes, that's right.
They glossed over sort of the gory bits of that. But like honestly, they've been living with TOC for a while. They've probably heard them, complain about the dead god.
Yeah.
I don't know if they explained, but they're like, in much the same way that, someone might be like, the raccoons are at it again. They're like, God, like, or like, you will never guess what Deborah said at the PTA meeting today. Like that sort of like almost good-natured crankiness about it.
And probably like her ears are probably like just kind of like flat for a minute, and then perked up again when she kind of connects the dots. Oh. Looks back at the sun. Yeah, she's had enough.
I like how she looked at the sun like, are you done? Okay, I'm done.
Exactly, thank you. What? You are the dead god?
I am.
Huh.
I am the god of the ticked off chicken in much the way that your god is of you. a benefactor.
Oh. She's kind of standing there. Okay. Do I do now?
I think they look around the garden and they go, where are you most comfortable, Marigold? Where would you like to speak?
Here is okay. I think they'd feel most comfortable at TOC's home, to be honest. So, they kind of just settle themselves on the ground.
I mean, you could even say that they're on the roof garden. Like...
Yeah, you know? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, the roof garden sounds alright.
Yeah, the dead god looks around, and I think they alight on a stack of flower pots, and give me someone from Marigold's past, anyone at all.
Ooh. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna straight up say her mother. I'm a much taller carousel centaur. Like her. I wonder if I have a picture somewhere. Give me a second. I never colored you. Okay. But
Uh-huh.
All right, this is the... Oh, where did you go? I know I had a better picture. I'm so sorry.
You're good.
But while I'm looking, a long flowing hair and like has a crown of coral bells. Just like a pretty long flower, and also some at the back of her. Oh, found you. Where's Discord channel? There it is.
Oh, that's nice. Oh my gosh.
Covered in moss.
Yeah, it's...
And...
Yeah, as they sit down, they look very much like this individual, but not quite.
Oh, Marigold probably just like stands back up at that. Soon as you shift.
They look up like, oh, excuse me. And they concentrate and they sort of flicker back to TOC, because that's probably less, like, the least traumatizing.
Marigold doesn't say anything, but slowly sits back down, just not taking her eyes off you. That's okay. You wanted to speak?
Yes. Yes. TOC asked me to speak with you. What do you know of my domain?
Please, what I'm pretty sure that's she knows as much as TOC would have told her. What the? I think that would be a history more than religion. Then
Yeah.
what's your history? I know it's not good. Yep, that's a -2. Oh, 17. Okay.
Alright, so you've pieced together pretty well from TOC's irate mutterings.
Mhm.
This is the god of long periods of time and of transitional endings.
Mm.
This is when something ends but starts something else, when something takes a very long time to accomplish, when something stays the same for as long as it does. These are all things that invoke this individual.
I'm so sorry. My immediate thought, like when you first, it would be first thoughts. It is like mushrooms,
Actually, exactly like mushrooms.
exactly like mushrooms.
God,
Mm.
is that Marigold's answer? God of mushroom-like things.
It would be.
Gosh.
Like kind of just thinks for a bit, and then kind of does the like uh clap her hand. It's just like, oh, you're the mushroom god.
They just blink. Yes, I am the mushroom god.
I sorry, I know you're not, but that was I I thought about mushrooms when TLC explained. No, wait, no, she doesn't know TLC yet. Heck, when Tuck explained.
Hmm. There are words associations to make. But yes, I I would like to offer you something with the understanding that no matter how long it takes, however long it lasts, it will be temporary. And I say this as a reassurance, young one. Because I know that this is asking you to give up something precious to you.
Hmm. I mean, it has been a day. She would have gotten the explanation of the letter and everything.
Yeah, I think so. They would have brought that to her almost immediately.
Hmm. And she sighs, but it's not. It's more like the motion of sighing. And it takes a while to think. 'Cause I'm not quite sure how long it's taken her to process the whole thing.
Yep. She has exactly as much time as she needs. They do not rush, they do not look impatient, they just simply are.
And I think they would take a long time to speak. I I did, they, they the they they explained I need to be pretty much fit magic constantly just to keep being is are you sure that's what you want?
What I want. Little one, I have had paladins and warlocks while this continent was young. You are not a burden. I cannot offer you infinities. I cannot offer you safety without a time limit, and I am truly sorry for that. But
I
can
don't
offer you sanctuary.
I and I can't I can't ask for forever either. That's mm, that's not something I want. I just I am I do hope I do hope this will be resolved. When Just resolved. If I'm you know, when I was a little sapling, Goob would come to our forest to tell us stories of the other um continents that they visit.
Oh, really?
They they visit a lot when before um they always seemed so big. I mean, they were big. They were first. They were very tall, but it's uh, I don't. I'm not sure how to put it into words. It's just I hope they're going to be okay.
As one grows older and wiser, it comes to pass that what seemed big is smaller, and what seemed infallible has cracks in it. That is how the world works. It is a hard lesson, but it is one that comes with all age.
Yeah.
They must love you very much.
And she's smiling at that. It's kind of a sad one, but um, I don't think I know you that well. I've heard stories from Talk, but
You've heard complaints from Talk. Mm.
yeah. But I'd like to know you.
I think that they sigh to themselves and they look up into the sunlight. They go, well, what is there to tell? Let's see. There is not much left, and that is by design. I have ties with the chicken, and I will soon have ties with you. But beyond that, I have taken measures to detach myself.
Hmm? If you don't mind asking, from what?
From, well, anything, everything. My troops, my followers, my places of worship, my places of holiness and divinity. All things come to an end, and so must I. Not, of course, accounting for, let's call them complications. And I think they sigh and they flicker through. You see, they already had TOC, but you see, a young real kind boy in priest robes, and then it looks like some sort of head of religion, and then you see a farmer, and then they're back at TOC, and they I think they look at Marigold and they say, there is I have only so much to tell you. I have only so much that I would wish to tell you. I I hope you are not insulted when I say that I hope you will be easily able to forget me. But I am a sorry conversation topic. What of you, young one? I hear much TOC when I visit. I've caught glimpses. What of you?
Um, Not well. Hmm. What? Well. Um. I was. What did? I'm. I'm Marigold. I am Marigold. I like cookies. I. Do you eat?
I don't need to, but I do at times.
Same with me. It's just. There wasn't much to eat in the park. Some fruit. But since I got here, been I've been eating a lot more.
Food is a thing of community. It is a thing of a thing of family. For a long time, I thought that was perhaps why mortals seem so enamored with it. What has been your favorite cookie, Marigold?
I think her eyes light up at that, and she's just chocolate chips.
Oh?
Yes, they're okay. A little biased because they were my first ones, and Alice makes very nice ones. But yeah, it's apparently they're pretty common ones. They have like little pieces of chocolate inside. Oh, and she probably rummages through her like bag because she'd keep her bag everywhere. And she pulls one out. You wanna try?
God, I love this. I love this dumb 14-year-old who keeps cookies in. Like, Marigold is basically that kid who's like, yeah, I got a snack, and then, like, pulls out food from their pockets.
Yes.
God. They,
you sure are.
They formally take it from them, and they go, I accept your offering. And they bite into the cookie and chew for a while. And then they swallow.
Looking intently.
I don't taste.
Ah. Texture?
It tastes a little like bread.
Thanks. I tried making bread and also cookies. They are a bit similar, except the one bread takes longer.
Yeah, they will. I think they offer the rest of the cookie back to her. They go, thank you for the cookie.
And she grins and she just puts it back. I'm not quite sure what else to say about myself. Do you have, what would you like to know?
And I think that they actually, they stop and they think about this. And I think that they say, I hope you will forgive the cliche if I ask where you think you will be in 10 years.
Oof. They take a look. Got a serious look on their face. I'm not sure. I mean, I can't predict the future, so I don't know. I mean, hopefully not. I mean, hopefully a lot, because I would like to live a bit longer than that. Um, hmm. Well,
Alive is a valid answer.
Yeah. I like I'd like to still be with my friends, still be with my family, maybe make more. Um, hmm. Hopefully, where my family in the park is with me. Um, but hmm, I don't think I have a specific goal other than being. I'd like to think I'd be, I'd know more then. Um, being taught reading and math. Math is weird. I've been learning about math. Scribbles have been teaching me math. It's weird.
Oh?
But, it's weird, but it's interesting. So think I'd like to know more about that. And maybe I will know more about that then.
Mathematics, I have always had a passing interest in.
Oh.
I cannot guarantee that I am up on the more recent discoveries, but there has always been exacting mathematics in the art of telling time. That, as far as I can help with.
Hmm.
And I think they, I think that what they think about how they want to say this, and they say, the thing to understand with mathematics is that all it is a way of describing what is already there. You are a creature of the plants and trees, are you not? You see the sunrise and the sunset.
Yes.
A clock uses math to show the interim between the sunset and the sunrise, and then the sunrise to the sunset. All it is a way of writing down what is there, like drawing a picture.
I think they're. Did it have like big eyes with this explanation? Like they're very interested in how the dead god is explaining this.
Yeah. They they sort of spread TFC's wings, and they say, you may think of it as symmetry. A day is divided into equal segments, and mathematics are used to make sure that those segments are equal. That no matter how many times you count into eternity and back, An hour will stay an hour, and there will still be 24 in a single rotation of the sun. Wait, no, they'd know about the heliocentric model. Instead, they said a single rotation of the planet. Sorry, fuck, I forgot where science was in this universe.
I pat you so gently.
Gosh.
But yeah, Marigold just has like a expression like "whoa" on her face. I don't know how else to describe it.
Yeah, like it's.
They were just trying to get used to times tables. That.
I mean, understanding, the basic fundamentals is really useful for when you're learning the fundamentals, friend.
Yep.
They also have absolutely no idea what's age-appropriate learning. Is this a 14-year-old? Is this, a robot?
Oh.
We don't know.
They're 15, but
15.
It's okay.
That's actually the sort of like grandparent-ish, like, oh, you're so big for a 14-year-old. I'm 15, Grandpa.
15 question mark? I should say, but that's for another time.
Yeah, like it's like they have this sort of like calm, gentle way of speaking, and like this sort of slow demeanor to how they are, and they will like they'll basically entertain Marigold for as long as she wants to be entertained, like.
Gosh. Yeah. Like, see this. Like, I'd love to know more like that. I. When I first got here, everything was so confusing, and then I started learning, and everything was making more sense. And learning is. I don't. I don't know. Still, I'd love to learn more, but still be learning.
This is understandable. There is no worse way to spend stagnation than not to learn, and no surer way to move forward. And I think they nod to themselves, and they draw out a little, it looks like a calling card with a wilted flower on it, and they flip it a couple times, and then when they hold it out to you, it's not a calling card at all, it's a flower, and they go, I offer you sanctuary, Marigold, of the Grove Mother, of the ticked off chicken, of scribbles of Nebula, of all the people you have found. May you be safe for as long as you need it. Do you take the flower?
Oh. Yeah, they're a bit still for a moment, just like speechless. And I think they would take it.
As Marigold's hand closes around the stem, You feel like this weight drop onto your shoulders, like almost like someone dropped a blanket underneath, like from behind you. And it's not cold and it's not warm, it's just there. And for a second, like you can actually you feel exactly how long 10 years is. You feel the space between what you've been imagining and where you are. And it feels incredibly far away, but it also feels like it's here. You understand exactly how long 10 years is, like objectively. You know it in your bones. You could mark the time by the rhythms of your own body. And then that awareness sort of doesn't it condenses and it fades a little bit, like it becomes less noticeable. Like you could still fish it out of the back of your mind. The weight of each second, the length of each minute. But it's gone for now. It's settled in. And your shoulders feel like they can move freely again. And when you open your eyes, and you're not quite sure when you close them, the sunlight just seems to have changed a little bit. It's not dimmer or brighter, it's not colder or warmer, but it's different. And the dead god is gone.
And I think she's just looks around, but stays there for a bit. And I will say, she when you started saying it, like how long 10 years is. Oh, she'd know exactly. That's how long it took her to regrow her forest.
Mm.
It's been 10 years since she um woke up in the park, and that's how old all the trees are in that place.
Mm.
Hold on, the door opened.
No worries. Do.
Okay. Is the flower still there?
Yeah. You could tuck it into your hammer space if you wanted.
Doesn't have a space, but I know what you mean. I think actually, you know what? Kind of unlatches her wrist and places it in the hollow of her hand. And then latches it back on.
Can you roll me a perception check?
Sure. I don't know. I just think she wouldn't want to put it in her. That's not a 29. 18?
18. Just before you close your wrist, you catch sight of the flower as your hand, withdraws and you can see it properly again. And for a second, it doesn't look wilted at all. It looks like a fresh, vibrant stalk of Queen Anne's lace.
Oh.
But then when you like stop and you look again, no, it's just still a dried up flower. Actually, roll me history for flower meanings.
Sure. Yep. Oh, okay, 17. Fitting.
Queen Anne's lace.
History's
sorry.
No, it's just that's a -2, but heck.
Yeah.
All right, you really do know your flowers. Anyway, please continue.
Queen Anne's lace stands for safety and havens, sanctuary, like the dead god said. And now you are alone in the roof garden. And you have a flower. And it's kind of cold out. It's like December.
Yeah. I think it takes a moment just to like hold in the hand where the flower is and like just hug it close to her chest. And then goes back inside.
I have one more quick thing.
Sure.
Somewhere else entirely, somewhere very far from Toontown. A figure steps into the light and immediately collapses. And they just sit there in the dirt. God, one more mistake among many. When will they learn not to do this? To just walk away? When will they learn that they have nothing more to offer this world? But they are here now and they have made one more promise. And the very least they can do is uphold it. It's not forever. It's just for a little while. It is not forever. Thank you for listening, everybody.
Thank you. Gosh.
This was so wonderful. Comet, thank you once again.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was a lot, man. Man.
I'm lying on the floor now.
I'm gonna go ahead and stop the recording. Goodbye, folks.
Goodbye.